Welcome to a new Let's Play with Summer Farm Estates.
Hello and welcome back to Oakfield Farm. This is a day of baling. We need to get turned into this row nicely because we have got a New Holland BB 1990 on demo today. And we need to get as much of these hay baled as we can. It is a nice baler. We haven't got a bale out yet, but local dealers let us give it a demo today. So we are going to bale the rest of this. We may even buy one of these if we like it going forward. It is a nice baler, looks nice. It seems to work pretty well on the back of this case Maxim. So we are a little bit close to the edge there. We will miss a breed each time and come back across to this end of the field doing the extra. Good thing about these is you don't have as many bales to cart about to get the same amount of hay carted to the yard. As you can see, the bale's much bigger than conventional bales, much bigger than conventional square big bales, and a lot bigger than the round bales. So handling bales going forward is going to be so much easier for us. We've almost got the first bale popped out. There we are, first bale is out, so now we shall soon start to see what these bales are like. See what they like to cart them as well. We're not just going to see what they like with doing the baling. It is a nice summer's day. We are up to Saturday, July the 15th, and getting this on demo is saving our own baler if we don't decide to buy one of these. We have got some round bales around the field. We went all the way around the headlands yesterday. But, yeah, this baler really does work well. We shall see going forward what it's like. It's got some, it's not a brand new baler, this one. It's about 3 year old, I think, but it is the one. It's been on demo for the last 3 years. About that, we shall now miss a row and come into the next one. So yeah, this is a nice baler. We don't have to take it back today. They are going to come and collect it and take it to the next farm. So they brought it over to us. They said, "Where do you want it?" We said, "Well, I'll drop it at the main yard and we will hook up to it and bring it down and give it a try." Certainly bales well, 12 miles an hour on the baler. Yeah, it's an interesting piece of kit. See there, one of the round bales that we did yesterday after we did our video. So now come around here and up. Check there, we didn't miss too much. We haven't missed too much at all there, really. Yeah, it's getting through this job pretty quick. I think it's going forward. I think it's going to be a much better bale. Let's just check one of the bales that we've got and see what we are getting. And there you have it, 6,100 litres. Whereas with these round bales, we will head across and check, see what the difference is. So we had 6,100 litres in the Heston. And that is 4,000 litres of hay in that one. This is hay, isn't it? Yeah, 6,100 litres of hay. So we'll put that away. We will get back on. So yeah, it's like 1.5 round bales is the equivalent to one of these. So that is good going forward. Will mean we have to put less hay in the trough at a time. Not sure whether they will fit in any cattle machines, but for selling bales they're fine. We'll keep 1 or 2 at the yard and see how they store. That's a consideration as well before we lay out the money to purchase one. They're not that dear actually compared to the normal square big bales and the round bales. It's not overly expensive a machine, especially if we buy one second hand, which probably what we shall do is see if we can buy this 3-year-old model. And now let's just get back down this breed. Excuse me. We have got a little headland here to do, which downside to these compared to the round bale is the round bale you can drop it where you want. This you pretty much have to accept it where it is. Wherever the bale is finished it will dump it, and that is where it has to be until you move it with a tractor with a front loader. That one. Now we go across this side. This little headland here. Work this end out. It really is going to speed the job up, I think, if we get this. Not a lot of hay in this trail, so we're not expecting to drop much hay out of here. It is working pretty well. There's another bale. I like the way it drops the bales, it drops them nice and smooth. Good chunk of hay there, so we shall have to get it done. There we go. Yeah, it's working pretty well, this. We shall work out these rows at this end. See there, the bales coming out. It's a bit of a struggle uphill. This tractor not got enough power really for this. They recommended that if we go down the Eston route that we get a bigger tractor, which, well, going forward we've got plans to not have this as our biggest tractor on the farm forever. Which makes sense really. We are getting pretty nicely through here. First impressions of the Eston, it's possibly the way to go on the farm as we expand and grow the farm over the coming seasons. It would make sense to have an Eston baler, especially if we go down the cattle route at some point instead of sheep. Check from behind. Yeah. Follows on pretty nice. We've got it. This one on the demo has got the more expensive flotation tyres on, so it's a bit less ground compaction compared to the one we've got. We've got the obviously got a Crone round baler at the moment, but we will now bring up the rest of these shorter rows on this end. Can get Eston balers. Eston make them for Massey Ferguson, for Pent and for New Holland. I quite like the New Holland one over the others. Not sure why. It's exactly the same baler. It's subtle differences like the change of colour is all you're getting, but I think as a New Holland it looks probably a little better. We shall now get in round here. Ooh, bit of oversteery moment there. We now need to reverse ourselves up. Try and see if we can get in the right place. There we are, that's better. Excuse me. So we shall collect a few of these off camera. Most of these are going to be sold. The round bales will go to the yard. These Eston bales are going to the piggery down the road. They are going to purchase these. What they do with them I don't know. They haven't got any cattle, they've only got pigs, so they probably are the local outlet for hay and straw. They probably ship them all over the country from there, as well as run pigs. Not sure that they've got any land of their own actually. I think they just have the yard to deal with straw and the pigs. I think they rent a field each year somewhere to harvest potatoes or sugar beet to make into pig food. Yeah, it's working nicely, this baler. I'm very happy with it so far. I mean, could well be that we get one of these on the farm before too long. Probably not this season, but in seasons to come. We'll have a look and see probably what we can get for our crone. It would be a lot better running one of these just to speed the operation up, really. And for doing straw bales to take over to the pig farm, so it goes into, I think probably the straw and hay what he buys goes into the power station trade. I think he supplies power station, so he'll give us just figures off the top of my head. Don't know what he charges, what he gives us per bale or anything, but just say he gives us £50 a bale. He will probably charge £90 a bale to the power stations. Yeah, it really does work well, this. Really like it. Tempted to have a word with the local dealers and see if we've got one of these in stock. And see how much they'll give us for our crone in part exchange for it. Because obviously we do plan on going bigger going forward. We've only got 2 arable fields at the moment. The big plan is for us to expand the arable operation as well as the sheep. We had 2 sheep die last night. I left the gate open and the farmer across the road had left his gate open. They got in there and died of a lack of water. Will learn me to keep the gate closed. Did get them this morning while we was waiting for this baler to be delivered. Spitfires flying over again. We did get them brought back and put into our own field again. But we now need to get around this post. There we are. Probably lose a little bit of hay around that post with coming out and in, but nothing too serious, I don't think. Yeah, very tempted to see if we can get one of these Estons ready for harvest. Keep an eye out. We may be jumping on one of the tractors and taking it over to the shop to pick up a brand new baler before long and taking our old one back. We will see beforehand what sort of price they're going to give us for the crone. We're not just going to take it down and then get such a loss on the crone that we can't afford to get the Eston, but I think there's a great demand on at the moment at the spinnery, so we may see what wool we've got and take it down to the spinnery. I don't think there's a great deal of wool down there at the moment, but at the yard. I think we've got about 28 sheep at the moment. Not a big flock of sheep at the moment. But, we shall see how it goes going forward. working well. We will now get into here, into the next breed. With it being 6,000 litres, of course, you've got 1.5 bales each time we make one, so see how much easier it's going to be going down this route than the conventional big bales. We had a look at a class big baler, but I think going down the Eston route may well serve the farm well. We shall start moving these bales off camera and then see what we get going forward. Don't have to take our loader down to the pig farm, they will offload them themselves once we get there, so pretty much an easy job that way. May take one load of these big Eston bales up to the yard, stack them in the shed, and all the other bales that are on here can go over to the pig farm to some of the straw, when the pile of straw will be kept by them to use in the pigs, but then some of it, what they don't need, will be sold on to the power station. I think they bring Arctic lorries in and he doesn't have to send them down, so if he gets £25 a bale profit, then all he's doing is unloading them when the farmers take them to him, and then the power station comes and he just loads them up for those. £25 a bale, pretty easy money for him. If he hadn't been doing it, it would have been something we would been interested in doing, because it is a good way of making a living, actually. It is a pretty quick baler, this, covering some ground pretty quick. There's a bit more powerful tractor on here going forward. It would pull it a lot quicker, although this one going down the hill or on level ground will do 10 or 12 miles an hour. Slight uphill and we're down to 9, so it's not too slow, it's not too shabby pulling this, so good manage as we are with it. Down this breed we go again. We are now again almost up to the narrower or shorter rows around this little island of trees. As I said before, we have thought about ploughing this up with not having any cattle, but excuse me, having the outlet for the bales down at the piggery, for whatever reason, he buys bales. I have a sneaky suspicion he's selling them on to the power stations, but if he is, he is. If we're making money, we're happy. If he's making money, he's happy. One more breed down here, full breed all the way through. We have got about 5 or 6 minutes left to record now. See, there's get uphill. We're now down to 3 miles per hour up this bit of hill, but for the most part this tractor can manage it, so we could get one now and buy a bigger tractor to put on the baler. Dealers will be picking this up tonight, ready to go to the next farm tomorrow. There's 1 or 2 farmers who do A that are looking to go Eston. Down here, there we go. Missed a piece at the end. Oh, and that bale's gone and dropped right in the trail where we want it to go down. We can wingle our way around and into the trail, I think. Okay, reverse up. Should push the bale out of the way. There we go. Not ideal doing it this way, but as you see now, we go up, take the drone up. And you can see it's working pretty well, this. Not a lot of hay there left where we turned in, so we'll be busy this afternoon taking bales either to the pig farm or to our own yard. Away we go again. Yeah, this is turning out to be a great demo day. Really enjoying watching this work. Two breeds down here left to do, which are a bit shorter. We shall go to the furthest one away. We will be back tonight on Fellsburn, so that will be then back on Eyre Island on Friday, back on Fellsburn on Friday night again, and then comes the weekend, and weeks do keep going pretty quickly. But for now, we hope you've enjoyed this video, watching us do the baling with the Eston baler we've got on demo. Please give us a like, give us a share, drop us a comment if you're new to Summer Farm Estates and you'd like to see more of the work we do here. Please subscribe to the channel, give that bell a tap. It will tell you when we do these videos, when we do our live streams. Until you join us next time, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and goodbye for now.